Myself and my two siblings, we sort of created Jaffa Coffee Roasters back in 2022. Hi, I'm Mejdi Gaith. I'm the eldest of the Gaith brothers.
Hey guys, my name is Sammy Gaith. I am the middle brother.
Hi, my name is Noor. I'm the youngest brother out of the three.
We've had this flagship retail since June 9th of 2024. Hi, I'm Mejdi Gaith. A little bit about me. I was born and raised here in the Bay Area on Ohlone land to a Palestinian mother and a Palestinian father. We're very excited to have opened this place in Berkeley as a Cal alumnus. I had majored in political science and took coursework in Arabic and Hebrew. This felt just right to kind of add also my hospitality experience as I grew up in Napa Valley with my brothers Sammy and Noor. One of the reasons we created Jaffa, we happened to be in Jaffa on our West Bank IDs without any permission from the PA or the Israeli government. And we were in historic Palestine, as we call it, 1948 Palestine, hanging out on the coast, drinking coffee, smelling the salt of the sea. And Jaffa is very special to us. It was the city that lost the most refugees in the Nakba 1948 catastrophe. And it also lost 75,000 acres of Jaffa orange groves. Hence the name Jaffa and the mural that we are so proud of here in the store. The mural is by our friend Jason Al-Hussein, and this is his family's last name written in Arabic from right to left. Back in the days in Palestine, Jaffa oranges were everywhere. There was no threat of an invasion or another group coming and taking over our orchards and kicking us off the land. But also this mural represents the future and hope for the people of Gaza, Palestine in general, and the region. And we love this picture every time we come in here, whether we're opening, closing, or just enjoying coffee. This picture reminds us of our heritage of the Jaffa orange, a flagship sort of iconic fruit of the land of Palestine. What we try to do in here when people come in and patrons, whether they're newcomers, regulars, or whatnot, we try to just extend the best hospitality ever. We serve really good coffee, we extend hospitality, we celebrate our identity unapologetically. And to us, that is a mission worth fighting for. And we welcome everyone here. I'm currently at the Bread Project, which is a incubator 501c3 space that has empowered thousands of people in the Bay Area with free culinary 5-week courses. And so we do our baking here. And the Jaffa cake is a in-house baked good that we actually make here for the weekends. Right now I'm actually taking a mandarin, I'm zesting it, but it's kind of interesting. I mean, Jaffa cakes can really be made out of any fruit. I've experimented with pomegranate, pomelo, strawberry for the jam. And then for zest, kind of just need some sort of citrusy fruit, like think Meyer lemon, think of a lime. The zest is the final sort of step in the Jaffa cake. Eventually I'll take the zest and I will cook it, heat it up so it can dry out a little bit, and it gives it that nice zesty kind of feel after you have the Jaffa cake and indulge in it. And the Jaffa cakes are sort of a flagship pastry that we have at Jaffa Coffee Roasters. A lot of people think it's actually a Palestinian pastry or biscuit. It's actually an English biscuit. We are going to measure sugar so we can mix the sugar in with the eggs. Cool, so for 5 minutes, we took the egg batter and the sugar, we're gonna emulsify, mix them in. I'm gonna sift the flour. Okay. We definitely wanna make a lot of different pastries, and that's what Cito's, our sister bakery, is gonna kind of focus on, is 90% pastries and desserts from the Levant, from parts of the Middle East and Arab world, powered by Jaffa coffee beans. All right. People have their own way to de-stress, but I like to make Jaffa cakes, and it's a form of art. I'm not really good at drawing or playing instruments, but kind of learned how to bake, I think. This is a massive commercial oven. You can cook up to 30 trays in here. You can really scale. Wow. And so this is fresh made jelly that's gonna go on top of the biscuit. 2, 3, 4, 2. A little bit more time. What do you think? It's a Jaffa cake.
Hey guys, my name is Sammy Gates. I'm one of the co-founders at Jaffa Coffee Roasters alongside of my brothers Majdi and Noor. My background is in chemical engineering. I studied at UC San Diego, and I apply my knowledge and my expertise in process engineering to coffee roasting. We're currently at Coro Coffee Room. Coro Coffee Room, they're in Berkeley. They have an awesome cafe, but they also have this wonderful volumized space that we can make, roast, package, and fulfill coffee. They have these awesome machines for us to rent, and it makes it very possible for companies like ours that don't have a roaster yet, that helps us volumize and get coffee out to the masses, to our friends, our family, our great community. So come with me, let's check out the roaster, let's get some roasting done. So here we got our beans ready to go, and you'll see later on how the difference in appearance can be between our espresso and our Bubbles Coffee batch brew. First things first, we use this hose to take the beans up. Step 2, charging the beans. What that means, charge temperature is the temperature you set the bean at the machine at to go up to. That way when the bean is dropped, it experiences that temperature you need. Before I run, I make sure I have my charge temperature right, I have my burner level setting correct, and my end of roast target temperature is set at 430 approximately. And I just wait till the machine gets to about 480. It's about 430 right now, so it's gonna heat up. And then I get the program going just so I can monitor the roast at different phases, what are the different interactions going on with the bean temperature curve and then the tool temperature curve. This right here is called a trier. So when you get to stages, you want to start smelling your beans and looking at it, you could try looking at it, try smelling it. So right now what's going on with the beans? The beans are getting roasted, but more specifically, throughout the roast, the bean is going to start in large in volume because it's accepting so much heat. Water inside the bean is starting to basically evaporate, or it's starting to get like increased pressure in the bean. I'm getting towards the end of my roast where I want to stop this. About 16% development time is what I usually shoot for our espresso. Usually drop it at about 430 degrees, which is going to happen here shortly. He's about to come in about a couple seconds, actually. Right about now. See how it's much more smoky, much more hotter. The beans went to a higher temperature, the roaster went to a higher temperature. This is our dark roast. This is the start at 0 minutes. You see how it's green, smaller, more dense. They start to expand, then they get brown. Then this is the Maillard reaction where the beans really start to roast. And right here is where the flavor really comes about during development time. This is when the beans start to become brown, they take on that characteristic. Some are shiny later in the roast because the oils are popping out, which you'll see in Bubbles Coffee. This is, I think this was at 8 minutes and 45. So we do approximately 12 ounces, and then we close it, stamp it down, and then I have a wonderful bag sealer over here. And here's the moment of truth if it worked. It worked. So that's why we're on a mission to create the most possible coffee experience ever. On the back of the bag, you see orange leaves kind of falling in the sky. And on the front is our logo. San Francisco Bay Area in 2022 is when we started our brand. And that's just one of our bags.
Hi, my name is Noor. I'm the youngest brother out of the 3. Before starting Jaffa, I was in business school at Berkeley at Haas, where I did my undergrad. And for about 6 years, I worked for Square, where I worked on helping them move up market in business development. So I was in tech sales. So for me specifically, I'm a barista at heart. I've been a barista for 10 years. I've been obsessed with coffee since, I was in college. When I was working at Square, we actually had a specialty coffee shop. And that's where I learned about Gibraltar's, Cortado's, specialty coffee. I was getting paid 6 figures working in tech sales, but something told me that I needed to go behind the bar. Kept following that dream as a hobby, making pour-overs at home and pulling espresso shots, and slowly but surely kind of introducing specialty coffee to my brothers and moving us away from, just regular coffee. We were drinking Phil's coffee at the time and going more into what is specialty coffee and why we should be drinking it. Our mission is make specialty coffee more approachable. And that starts with bringing someone in the door with trying a fun mocktail. A mocktail is one of our lattes. We rotate them out seasonally. And I craft these drinks to kind of encourage people to come into the door. So Bananas in Jericho was actually something that Mejdi wanted to do. He wanted me to make a banana drink. And he's like, it'd be funny, like, you go Bananas in Jericho. And I'm like, okay. And so we gave it a cream top. Strawberry sage is actually an idea I had on a run. Sage is something that you typically put in tea, but we decided to put it in coffee to be different and to give a Palestinian flair to our California upbringing. So what I always advocate for is for you to try 2 ounces of espresso with 2 ounces of steamed milk with a thin layer of foam. This is known as a cortado or a Gibraltar. This is the best way to try Jaffa's coffee, or through a pour over, which is a deliberate and kind of interval way of making coffee by pumping the brakes and giving it gas at your own agency. All right, now we're gonna prepare a cappuccino and a flat white and show you guys what the differences are. We're going to dispense our grounds. We do 19 pour in, and then we do 35 out. Okay, so I got 19.9. So every specialty coffee shop will have a little tip cup for their espresso. We're gonna use our distribution tool to kind of flatten the bed so that the slope is flat. If it's even at a slight angle, the shot can channel and run too fast. All right, and then I like to give it one nice press, and then I always teach the baristas to kind of clean this with a brush. But if you ever go to barista competitions, they go thumb, and over the neck, even the flip test to show that it's not gonna channel. I'll grab a pitcher and my pouring pitcher. Now we're gonna see some milk. So let's purge our steam wand, and then we're gonna start kind of steaming our milk. Okay, and making good milk is the art of introducing micro air into the milk and bringing it up to temperature. And if you look at that texture, this milk is nice and heavy, almost like a glue. Make sure to pour out the little bit at first, and then when we pour it, you can get a nice tulip or a rosetta. And that is a cappuccino. If you look at kind of how that's developed, you'll notice that I can actually move it and it's gonna float. It's not actually going to move around too much. If I go like this, that is the true kind of sign of a cappuccino. I can move it without spilling. We serve it just like that in a 5 ounce plate, and then we give it a nice little spoon if we have the time. Now we're making the flat white, which is kind of a very different drink, because it's called a flat white, a wet espresso, because it's really wet. You can move it around. Knock our old espresso out. We keep our portafilters very clean, and we're just gonna go back. Now we're gonna steam for the flat white, and this is where I would go around. And again, we wanna basically not texturize this milk. We wanna make it look like this milk was microwaved. It's a very hard thing to do. So we have this lovely milk that's not as textured. If you take a look at it, it's very subtle, right? It moves, it still has some weight, okay? And we can kind of pour it in the same style. And you'll notice that it's still wanting to spill, right? So the cappuccino can move, and we poured this about 5 minutes ago, but with a flat white, I'm a little nervous because if I move too fast, it'll spill. And that's the true test of a flat white. So the reason we brand ourselves as a roastery is me and Sammy have to come up with the recipes for our espresso, V60 recipes for making a pour over, for machine drip. All of this is developed in-house. Mejdi helps with storytelling and kind of, as the oldest brother, ensuring that we are Palestinian conscious. And then the other part of our company is kind of like the storytelling we're doing with our parents. They are the characters of our brand, and they are the ones on our bag. They came from Palestine, from Hebron and Jerusalem respectively in the 80s to give us kind of a better opportunity for life. Telling that story is very important in relation to kind of where we're from in Palestine. So really that whole side of that was born out of a trip to Jaffa as brothers. And we used to go to different coffee shops and roasteries, and Mejdi snuck us into Jaffa. I was like, why don't we call it Jaffa? And so that's the whole other side of the company. So we have the coffee roasting side, and then we have the where we're from and the lineage and, you know, being brother side of the company. And the cafe would be a snapshot of the roastery.
Great.
Yeah.